Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Fulham and Beyond. Tim here, alongside my co-presenter, self-proclaimed Kaistradamus. How are you, man?
Hello.
All right?
I'm all right, thank you. And you?
Good, bro, good. Today in the show, going to be reviewing the recent game at Tottenham away, which we drew 1-1. And then after that, a quick preview of the Chelsea game coming up, which, just a reminder, has been postponed to Saturday. It was originally being played tonight, but because we had to play Spurs midweek, it will be Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Starting at Spurs, good result. Good performance. Happy with that?
Yeah, I think it was one of the best performances this season so far.
Yeah.
Against a top team like Tottenham, we made a really good job in the playing style because we didn't stick to one playing style in that game.
Yeah.
We changed the playing style. First half we have like less possession, but played very, very smart. And in the second half, when we were trailing by 1 goal, you could see the change of the style we are playing. We tried to attack, we tried to force chances, and I was really impressed with the game, to be honest.
Yeah, same. It was a really good performance. As you say, probably one of the best ones this season. Our away form has actually been alright recently as well. Wins at Leicester, draws at Spurs, obviously a home draw at Liverpool as well. Form is picking up. Start with the lineup. So we had Areola back in goal because obviously was rested on the weekend for QPR in the FA Cup. Tate and Robinson on the wing back positions, and a back three of Aina, Anderson, and Adarabioyo, the 3 A's. Then we had, I would say, a 4 across midfield with Bobby Reed on the right, Harrison Reed and Gisa in the middle, Cavallero on the left, and Loftus-Cheek playing as a sort of false 9 to start with, which then, towards the end of the game, he dropped deeper. Bobby Reed came up top once we made the substitutions with Lookman coming on. It was a good performance. We started off pretty well. We had that, Areola made some outstanding saves, to be honest. Probably one of the best performances as well in a Fulham shirt, and justifying his selection as why he's now Fulham's number 1 ahead of Rodak.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree because he made really good saves, world-class saves. Yeah, and he was always like there to have our back when our defensive errors were once again there.
Yeah.
So really impressed with the performance of Areola.
That save from Son when the ball comes in and he heads it and he palms over from point blank.
This reflex was outstanding.
That is a world-class save, to be honest. We're probably one of the best goalkeepers we've had, probably since Edwin van der Sar in the Premier League. But yeah, absolutely outstanding. We did concede first though. Kane scored halfway through the first half on 25 minutes. Good goal from Spurs' point of view. Good pass out wide, good cross into the box and a good diving header. But defensively from Fulham, could have been better.
The thing is, it was too easy. Of course, Kane is a world-class striker. Yeah, he can always do something with the ball when it comes to the box. Doesn't matter how good the defenders are, but it was just too easy because the communication. In my opinion, it was a communication error because he's behind Anderson. Yeah, and then there was Tosin.
Yeah,
Tosin behind him, and they should talk to each other because Kane was not covered at all. They were just in between the defenders, and the cross was just. It was a good cross, yes, but was too easy to reach the ball.
Yeah, there was a big space between the two
and
centre-backs.
this is a communication thing.
Yeah.
Because even when you have the room coverage, in situations like this, you need to be more near to the opponent. In that case, you need to be more near to Kane to avoid the goal, or at least to make it more difficult for him to score like this.
It was too easy for
because he has no trouble at all to score the goal, and of course. The course was not near enough to the goal, so Areola couldn't come out or something. So he had to be on the line, waiting what's happening. Yeah, and it's just a combination key. They have to talk to each other. Yeah, and Tosin should see that Kane is not covered because Anderson is looking to the ball. Yeah, so he's I think 1.5 meters behind him, and then she just have to move forward because there was no other player from Spurs in our box.
You could see that there was lack of communication because. Yeah. You don't leave a man like Harry Kane, any striker in the Premier League, let alone Harry Kane alone in the box like that in the 6-yard. And there was a massive space. Yeah. And it goes back to the reoccurring issue with our defence is that there's so much ball watching. Yeah. You could see when Reguilon was swinging that ball in, all the centre-backs were just, all 3 centre-backs looking at Reguilon and not watching Kane in the box. Yeah. Recurring thing that's happening with the defence this season.
Yeah. It's just a communication, and they have to get, of course, normally you'd say they have enough games now together. They should have it now, but it takes a little bit more time, I guess.
Yeah, it's still a fresh defence.
They did a good job in general. Yeah, with pressing high, and it was not a bad defensive game for us. Just slightly errors in the game from the defensive line.
End of the first half, we had that one chance. Ruben Loftus-Cheek headed just wide, who I thought had an absolutely outstanding game. Probably his best game in a Fulham shirt so far.
100%.
So he headed just wide when I thought that was in. I got so excited. But just wide, half-time winning 1-0. And we said to each other, we're still in this game. We've played well.
Yeah.
So we come out second half and we pretty much dominated the second half of football. I don't really remember Tottenham having much of a say in the second half. Son hit the post.
Of course, a team like Tottenham is always dangerous,
definitely.
Especially when they don't have the ball, because it's like a kind of Mourinho style play as well. Because the counter-attacks, they're very dangerous. Son is very fast. Kane is like, of course, top striker. But dominating, we had more possession now, and we wanted to force a goal. Yeah. So the reaction after the halftime was great, because we came out. No, we don't. We want to score a goal. We don't want to lose any points here, basically. Yeah. And to say another thing about Loftus-Cheek, because it was his best performance so far, because he was a lot of criticized. How his stadium plays, attitude, his body language. But I think so far the best performance from him. He was always ready for the ball and tried always to do something with it. Of course, there are a few little errors as well. Yeah. But when he can continue to play like this or to be present in the midfield like this, then I think he can be an impact for us.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good performance from him. As I say, Son hit the post. That was pretty much their only chance. And then just after he hit the post, Cavallero scores a banger of a header. What a goal!
Yeah.
You have to say that the substitutions by Parker as well were absolutely spot on. Tete, just coming back from injury, played a long time against QPR, so he played well, but probably a bit too tired. So Lookman come on, give some fresh legs, put Bobby Reed up front, and Lookman changed the game on the left wing. Absolutely outstanding.
Outstanding player, and he always can make an impact to the game when he's coming, because of his first steps in the dribbling. He's too fast. Yeah, you could see it when the goal was happening, when he makes the cross. He waited for the defender to come a little bit closer, and so he can go around him.
He's such a talent as well.
Yeah.
You can see why Red Bull Leipzig paid so much money for him as well.
Yeah.
He's a raw talent.
And you couldn't put a better cross like this.
Yeah.
It was perfectly timed. Of course, maybe, but this is like was not a cross mistake, because you see Cavallero, it was a little bit behind the ball.
Yeah.
Of course, he did an amazing job to hit it anyways. Yeah. But you couldn't be a better cross goal. Situation like this.
Definitely. And Cavallero doesn't score too many headers. I can't even remember the last time he scored a header.
He didn't even know as well. He can do it.
But what a goal.
Yeah.
Thoroughly deserved. Cavallero as well. Another performance. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Worked so hard up front as well.
Yeah.
Just to press the ball. Work rate exceptional like Loftus-Cheek as well, and deserved the goal. And at the end, Kamara comes on, has a chance to play Lookman through, doesn't pass.
Yeah.
Unlucky, we would say. I mean, if he looks up, he sees Lookman in all that space.
But the problem is, normally you would say Kamara isn't like the guy who just runs back and forth. Maybe some crossing and stuff like that, because he's a very strong player.
Yeah.
But in that situation, normally you would say how you can't see him. But maybe when I watched it like afterwards 2 or 3 times, I don't even know if he had the ball perfectly under control, because the defenders are coming as well, and he was like maybe insecure to make a good pass. That's why he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Of course, when he gets the ball to Lookman, I think it's a no-brainer that he will score.
I think so as well.
Because he's ice cold in front of the goal as well.
Yeah.
Unlucky. That's why another thing what I really impressed with the game, because we don't were satisfied with a point. We wanted to win.
Yeah.
And we had the chances to.
Yeah.
You could see it. Of course, after the 1-1, we were of course, focused on good defending, good position game, but we also wanted to score another goal. Yeah? You could see that, and that was really a good performance in my opinion.
Even Parker at the end, he came out and said, not disappointed, like he's happy with the point, but it could have been even more.
Yeah, 100%.
And we could see that as fans as well. Like, we played so well. 48% possession away to Tottenham. It's not nothing to be frowned at. It's a really good return. I mean, that shows we pretty much had half of the ball. Interesting enough, most of our games which we've been playing well in recently, the last 6 games, we've only lost 1, and we've only had 38% possession of the ball. At the beginning of the season, the first 9 games, we lost 7 out of 9 and had 53% possession. So it shows from the Championship, when we had this domination of possession style football, we've actually adapted, changed our game, and now it's giving us results.
Yeah, and in Championship, a lot of people, even me, was complaining about playing style, because we didn't have a plan B. If you're trailing by 2, if you're winning by 2, we always play the same style of football.
Yeah.
But when I think about it now, I think it was already all the times Parker's plan, because he wants to not to train this playing style, not to perfection, but that the team knows about it and can do it all the time. And then he adjusts another playing style into the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So first do one thing properly and then adjust to other things.
Yeah.
And I think this is a huge accomplishment from Parker, that the team is able to do it. Yeah. Because they have their main focus on possession football still. Yeah. But they can switch in the game, even in the first half or in the second half. You know, when they have to, they can switch it and they have a completely different football game then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is an accomplishment from Parker, definitely, in my opinion.
Yeah. Impressive performance. Also to note, we are now 6 unbeaten in a row, including the FA Cup win at QPR. So 5 Premier League draws and a win at QPR. Only Man United and Man City are unbeaten in more competitions this season in a row. Man United 11 unbeaten, Man City 8 unbeaten, and then Fulham 6. So to think of how we were written off at the start of the season, everyone's saying we're going to get relegated, players not good enough, this kind of football won't work. It shows we've turned it around. Yeah. Hopefully, we're still in the relegation zone, but one win, hopefully against Chelsea, will take us above Brighton and out of the bottom 3. So it shows we're nearly there.
Yeah, and it's not only the results that counts. In my opinion, when you see the games, we are definitely able to compete with the Premier League teams. Not only to compete, to even win games. Yeah. Of course, we have 6 draws, but that is something you can buy on, you know, because they are huge points against Liverpool, against Leicester, the points, and against Tottenham. It's not like they're not the relegation teams. You know, they're top teams in the Premier League. Yeah. And when you can play like this against these teams, you just have to continue to play like this against like the direct opponents for the relegation zone.
Yeah. This is when you can change the style of football as well.
Yeah.
When you're playing the West Broms, the Brightons, the Burnleys, you can control more of the ball.
Exactly.
And have the influence on the game. And then when you're playing away against the Spurs, Leicesters, you have the 38% possession, and you still get the points. Yeah. So a good performance. This weekend we've got Chelsea. Another big game. It's first 3 in a row. So we had Spurs away, Chelsea home, then Man United home next week. So second game out of 3. 1 point secure. Take 3 points for the next one, mate.
To be honest, if we play like we play against Spurs, win is very possible. Yeah. In my opinion. Yeah. Because Chelsea right now is under a lot of pressure because of the not winning streak. Basically 8 games. No. 6 games, I think.
Last 6 games, 1 win.
Yeah, last 6 games, 1 win. Sorry. So they need to win. They're in a nice place in the Premier League, and it's of course not what they wanted. Yeah. Yeah. So we can take advantage of it when we play like we play against the Spurs, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah. Because even from this game on, you learn some things. Maybe you can do some things better. Yeah. To prove that we are maybe the better team in Fulham.
The only team. Yeah. For the lineup, just to be aware, I'm sure you guys are aware that Ruben Loftus-Cheek will not be able to play as part of his loan deal with Chelsea. He's ineligible to play his parent club. Really unfortunate because, like I said, he's just played his best game, and it really seems like he's just picking up form, and now he's going to have to be rested.
Yeah, but I understand Chelsea, of course, and the situation, because you don't even know how it is, because he's just on loan. So maybe he goes after this back to Chelsea, and maybe he's the reason Chelsea can't reach the Champions League.
Yeah.
Of course, a little bit high to say, but yeah. If they don't want it, I get it. Yeah.
According to you, they'll qualify for Champions League.
Yeah. Maybe then he will stay in Fulham.
Well, if he's playing like this, I would take him, mate. To be honest.
Of course.
So if he's out, at the moment, Kenny and Lamina were unable to play against Tottenham. Apparently, Kenny was injured. Lamina, Parker didn't really want to disclose more, so maybe it's a COVID issue. Of course, we're not sure about that. Could also be an injury. If they're both fit, who do you play? And if they're neither fit, who do you play in the midfield?
If they're both fit, I would go with Kenny because I think he deserves another start. Yeah, because when he played his part good. Yeah, Lamina has some ups and downs in my opinion. You know, he's very good like in attacking the ball. You know, taking the opponent's half, but he has some errors like in the defensive part of the game. But I would give Kenny a shot. Why not? Yeah. He's a good left foot.
Yeah.
Our best left foot, maybe.
Definitely.
And he's always good for like a good banger, like in the game against Chelsea. You don't know how it's happened. And he's derby proven as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played against Chelsea before.
Yeah.
And it's a derby. It's like you need to win games like this, and it's important for the fans as well to win against a noisy neighbor.
So when you want your captain as well to play if he's fit.
Yeah, and that's why I would put Kenny, because of his experience, and especially in the derby, when you have someone who has a derby experience. Yeah.
Kenny also, by playing, is much more creative, because if you play Lemina, Reed and Anguissa, there's lots of energy, but there's no creativeness. Yeah. So it's better to play Reed and Anguissa and have someone like Kenny playing the balls through. But if he's not fit, the only other centre midfield which would probably get in the team at the moment is Josh Onoma. Would you give him a go, or would you put like Bobby Reed in the midfield like he did in the Championship?
In my opinion, it's too early for Onoma in games against Chelsea. Couldn't prove himself against QPR really. Against Spurs, he was a sub, but there was not time enough to like make an impact. Maybe even, we don't know if Mitrovic is fit. Maybe you could even like put a little bit more offensive lineup and put another striker in. So we have Reed and Anguissa like as a double six in the center midfield, you know, and Bobby Reed right in front of them. No, and just put Mitro like at the top. Yeah. Because it's still a good lineup, even defensively, when you have like Reed and Anguissa behind the front four, I would say.
Yeah. Lookman, Cavallero on the wings probably as well.
So why? Of course, it's maybe like a little bit more tricky to play like this, but maybe to surprise Chelsea that we want to play offensive football, that we want to win this game. It could be an option, definitely.
And I really hope we do go for the win, because there's nothing to lose on this game. No. If Chelsea win, they're expected to win. Yeah, and when we play a good game, nobody would say, okay, you know, happened. You know, it's a big club, but why not take our chances? Yeah, you know, nothing to lose. Kante suspended for Chelsea, so a bonus for us, because obviously he's a world-class player. But Kante goes out, Kovacic comes in, Jorginho come in, more top-level players. It's going to be tough.
Kante is one of a kind in this position, like, especially in transition, but they have enough power on that position to like compensate it. Yeah. I think a very important thing is that we be very high alert in that transition, because they have like an offensive line very fast, like always able to be a threat in the box. Yeah. You just need to be more clever. More clever. We play good and clever against the Spurs, but more clever, because I think Chelsea, they want to push forward to secure the win early as possible. To have a quiet second half maybe. So when we can avoid that and then take our chances, everything is possible. Yeah,
Chelsea not in the best of form, like you said before. Last 6 games, only 1 win, which was a 3-0 home win against West Ham. Last time in the Premier League, they lost at home to Man City 3-1. Man City absolutely dominated them. But this will be the kind of game they want to bounce back. They've been unbeaten in the last 18 games versus Fulham. So the last Fulham win against Chelsea was 2006, when Luis Boa-Morte scored at the Cottage. 1-0 win. Last 5 games, Chelsea against Fulham, Chelsea have won all 5. But Chelsea have lost 3 away games in a row this season. So this will be their 4th away game which they're looking to avoid defeat. So away from home, we can show that we can beat them, because this kind of stats is pretty 100%. Poor for Chelsea, to be honest. Sitting 9th in the table, remember.
And to be honest, we perform very good against top teams. Even against Man City, where we lost, we didn't do a bad job or something, you know? We played good football. Of course, Man City is Man City. You know, we can always lose against them. But when you see against Liverpool, against Leicester, even high-priced Leeds, at that game even that we lost there, we played, we scored a few goals, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So with our shocking defence as well.
Yeah, but there's definitely a chance. And especially when you see our performance over the couple of last weeks or 6 games, and Chelsea know that we are dangerous. You know, we can hurt them, and they know it. So that's why they're even maybe more nervous about this game than we are. Yeah. Because we go with big confidence in the game. Yeah.
We have no fear. We have nothing to lose. No. And Chelsea, if they lose, which would be shocking, what would you say about Frank Lampard's position then?
It's hard to say, to be honest, if he gets more time or not. Because, like, you know, the top of the table is very close. Even they're 9th, you know, 2-3 games can change the whole table at the top, you know?
I don't think Chelsea fans would be too happy losing to Fulham.
But it's about time.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, it's time to break the streak,
Yeah, this is the time.
Now is, I think, a perfect opportunity to do so.
We're unbeaten in 2021. Let me just remind you guys.
Should stay like this.
1 win, 1 draw. we actually haven't lost since the 5th of December. Yeah. That's impressive.
It's over a month. 6 weeks,
it's almost over a month. So, hopefully another win. If we draw, it's not the worst result in the world, of course, because Spurs away, Chelsea home, it's tough back-to-back games, with also Man United coming up, who might still be top of the league by the time we play them with their game against Liverpool coming up. So if we do take a point, not a bad result, of course. If we do win, I'll be absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Because like I say, the last time we beat them was just so long ago. It's such a distant memory. But that's about it really for today. Good to have you along, Kai. I guess we'll be watching the game together on Saturday.
Of course.
Of course. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. If we're going to beat them, if we're going to draw against them, if we're going to lose against them. Well, we don't really want to see that if you're Fulham fans. But yeah, if you do come across the video, give it a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content so far. We're really enjoying this show actually so far. So
100%.
yeah, lots of more content to come as well over the next few weeks with the upcoming games coming thick and fast. We've got so much to talk about. So thanks for coming along.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us, guys. And we'll see you next time.
Thank you. Auf Wiedersehen.